So I was like, I just scrolled by something that had to do with Aretha Franklin, and I was thinking, and for some reason that made me think about Beyonce, and I was like, wow, Beyonce's really that bitch. Like, yes, and not trying to compare the two, but just think about like when Beyonce's that age and when they're making a movie about Beyonce and et cetera, right? It's like when you look back at this woman's like musical history, it's crazy, bitch. It's crazy. Like you have to realize she's close to making history. Like as far as another historic moment with her next album, right? Her next album is something that uh, when it debuts at number one, when it debuts at number one, it's like, okay, you're going to be the only artist to like. If I'm correct, she will be the only artist to have seven like number one hits, right? Um, Lemonade is her sixth album, and her seventh album is yet to be. She did some stuff with people like to make it seem like Black is King is her seventh album, but Black is King is attached to the Lion King, which is a whole situation in the situation in the situation. But it doesn't necessarily mean that's her seventh album. She was just doing something to complement the soundtrack because they still had the regular soundtrack for the Lion King. But that was just like a bonus thing. Because, Beyonce about music, bitch. Like, so she was just trying to get a bag within the bag within the bag. You get what I'm saying? But I digress. Um, this, but this next album, which will be a studio album, and this being her seventh album and it going to number one is a big fucking deal. So there's a couple of things that I noticed about the term B7, right? So B7, if I don't remember anybody anticipating Brandy's album like when the like hashtag B7 was happening. Mind you, I'm not in like a Brandy like I love me some brand, but I ain't like I think a group is called the Stars. And shout out to the girls. I know a few girls, and I just kind of feel like, mm-mm. Like I don't remember nobody like okay B7. So then all of a sudden her album comes out and it's like B7, and I feel like everybody was like saying hashtag B7 for Beyonce, and it was like okay, out of nowhere she named her album B7. I always feel like there was is it has anybody ever heard this? Now I don't know I can't remember the source of where I heard this from, but I always heard like I think it was that songwriter guy that she used to hang on. I can't think of his name, but he was like she's really jealous of Beyonce. Hmm. Probably at that time, but you know and I won't be surprised because when Brandy came through, Brandy was that girl. Like Brandy was that girl, and then it was Brandy had her doll, and then Beyonce them had their dolls, right? And so it was always like Brandy was the standard at one point. Like it was if Brandy, I think they said Brandy fell off because she lied about her baby, and then that situation that she had when she was driving and stuff. But I still feel like even if she did, I personally didn't care for Aphrodisiac as an album. I did like the song that her and Kanye came out with, but I can't think of anything outside of that song. And that's no shade. But I did like the album after that, like with Right Here to Party and the other song that's really about her daughter, but it made it look like a relationship song. That song, I can't think of the name of it. And then when she came down with 211 with the song with Chris Brown, I feel like she really misled us on that album because I wanted like we were in an era where like I think it was like that electro shit was like coming out and we was getting to more of like the trap sound or the more hip hop sound. And I feel like with that song that she came out with Chris Brown was great. But when you listen to the rest of the album, girl, it's very mid tempo, very ballady. And girl, like no shade, but girl, nobody want to hear it then, nobody want to hear it now. Like they do, but it's how you do it. You get what I'm saying? It's really, really how you do it. Like seriously. And I, mm, I'm gonna say that for later. So let me get to why I feel like there's some weird things that go along with B7 and her name. It really comes from. I feel like it comes from a shady place, but if the numbers add up with her albums, I don't really know. Like her albums, like I know. Well, it was the. So I don't know the name of the first album, but I know Never Say Never because the first. I think the first album was named Brandy. Um, I'm not sure, but it was that album, Never Say Never, Aphrodisiac. No, Full Moon, Aphrodisiac. Full Moon era. Even though she was like pregnant and stuff, it was the fact that she lied. I think the girls were really mad that she lied. And it was like, as a black woman and as a dark skinned black woman, unfortunately, in this industry, you see how the girls are dragging Normani. You see how MTV is fucking with Normani. Like, bitch, we're going to have to make a video about that because, bitch, that is crazy to me. But, anyways, um, the Full Moon era was really like, I was still, listen, what about all of the things that you said? Hey, promises that you made? The lies that you gave. Okay? Bitch, what about us, bitch? That was my tea, bitch. I just kind of feel like, so let's get back to like B7. So I do feel like I come from a shady place just a little bit. Cause just like if you enter these internet streets, it's like once again it was like okay she's gonna name her album B7. I remember when I heard that I was like I really was like huh because I always mine maybe because I'm but I mean I still like I know other fandoms I knew her fans are called like the Stars, but it was like very unoriginal by the way. But anyways, it's just like who the fuck was saying that about this album? You get what I'm saying? Who was saying that about this album? Oh, B7, Brandy B7. Like I don't remember hearing that. Good, good album. There was a few songs I like. I tried to listen to the whole thing, but once again, it's just too mid tempo ballady to me. It's just I can get with it, but it's just like girl, like you don't really have like let us Brandy and this gag is Brandy can dance. Like Brandy have fun. Like girl, like what's going on? Like the music just be so sleepy, girl. Like just and we know you sing, but goddamn, like that's what I love about Beyonce. Cause Beyonce, she gives you up tempo songs that she's singing on and that you can dance to. You get what I'm saying? It's not all this slow shit. Like everybody want Beyonce to do this slow shit, which is fine, and I love it too. But when she gave you Girls 4, where the fuck were you? I mean, she still debuted at number 1. She did. That's the whole point of this video. Because with the Aretha Franklin and for some reason like people love to shun Beyonce, but Beyonce is like the only black female artist to like I said when this next album come out and it does well, it's one of those things where it's like bitch, fuck is we talking about? Fuck is we talking about? What are we talking about? Mama is legendary. This is her, her. Girl, what are we talking about? I don't understand it. I never understand it. Only black woman to do this. But then when we talk about album sales don't count. Okay, Mama, one of her tours grossed $1 billion. What are we talking about? Okay, so she's not a good actress. Bitch, regardless of what the girls say, Black is King is a piece of art on film. So what are we talking about? It dominated Disney Plus when it came out. Like, what are we talking about? And then let it be like, oh, Hannah Carter's album didn't do well. Well, at this time, I think that shit was just about music. I don't know what the fuck Jay. See. Well, because they did, album did debut at number 2, but however, it's still successful. What are we talking about? Like, you know how many bitches want the album to go to number 2? But you know how bad I will have a number 2 album, bitch? Fuck is we talking about? We still making money. Like, and that's just on music. Like, multiple streams of income. Like, what are we talking about? This woman is unparalleled. Let's be very the fuck clear. Okay? But it's a weird and amazing time to be living in the reign of Beyonce. I will say that. I will say that. I love it. I love it, girl. I can't picture nobody who find me somebody. Cause bitch, we 20 years after she been out at this point. And then you have people like Funky Deneva on Fox Soul and shit talking about, oh, Beyonce, you're waiting for the new. Well, before Beyonce came out, there was girls that was running shit, right? Beyonce, we have, you're a hater if you're not gonna say that Beyonce don't work hard. Period. When you work hard, you see effects, especially when you are passionate about something. It's not her fault that it is her fault that she is where she is, but it's not her fault that she dominate when she dominate. You know what I'm saying? And everybody just wanted her to go, like, or she just needed to chill. It's just like, okay, she still had babies, bitch, and her babies is winning Grammys. So what the fuck is we talking about? The fuck? Girl, I can't. I would have liked this one online, but I don't got no time for it. But B7, I don't know how she will market it because this is like, if she say anything about B7, well, no, because let's be real. I feel like, and then, you know what was so misleading about Brandy B7 is that cover. That cover is very misleading because it makes you feel like she's going to give you some African tea. And it really wasn't African tea. It was just like the vibe of like everybody doing that shit. And it was just like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's something about that era that's just like a little weird to me. Like, it's just like, it comes off shady to me. Everything about that era. That's why I really didn't rock with that album. Because I was just like, that No Tomorrow song with Tiger, not Tiger, uh, Ty Dolla Sign. Lord. Um, I really like that song. But I just feel like it's weird. Like, you was doing like, I don't know. But anyways, when this next album come out, I don't know. It seems like Beyonce's giving the girls country, so I'm trying to figure out where she want the girls to go in these chaps. But and it's about to be fall, so I don't know. It's the timing for me, sis. But it's giving us country tea, and it seemed like after I posted on her person thing, it seemed like all the girls is running with, oh, Beyonce's on the country album. Like, listen, bitches, listen. Bitches know who the fuck I am. For that. We need. I mean, I wouldn't mind a country album for Beyonce, but she gotta give us. I want to definitely try something. Says like, but Matthew already said, listen, ain't the girls have no interest in doing an album. But and he still, I don't know. It's weird to me. But that's a whole other conversation. I think they're. I think they know not to listen. The streets are talking. Okay, I ain't even hit Angie up because I already know. Like Angie's not gonna block me, bitch. I refuse. I don't want it to happen, Lord. But we need all five. That's all I'm saying. But B7, I don't know. I don't know where she's gonna go. She's gonna go country. I know she said she really wanna change the rules, and that would be changing the rules. But I feel like, girl, you should have did that when like no, because then she would have it looked like she following after old boy. But no, but Beyonce is always talking about her country Houston roots. You know what I'm saying? So her sister did something very similar. Um, but I don't know. I don't know where the sound would go. I don't know. I think the issue is subject matter because Beyonce up until Lemonade did a lot of like lovey dovey songs. In the sense of like Sweet Dreams, that was a lovey dovey song. I think Beyonce should really like tap in her Lizzo bag and do like a self love song in a like a la like single ladies kind of like in a sense of like it's but in a more on a like more single ladies in production. You get what I'm saying? Wise. Uh, but I think she should do something where she's talking about like bitch, I'm my own bitch. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it should be like, I'm in my, like, bitch. Like, let's really talk about it. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, a little, like, popping her shit. You get what I'm saying? I need her to, I think I need Beyonce to pop her shit. That's what I think I want from Beyonce on this first single. Like, bitch, I'm gonna pop my shit on some country hip hop shit. Like, I feel it. I feel it. It's felt. Mm. One thing about Beyonce, she don't have to lie about her numbers. I gotta go see some other shit. I'll be back, but this is the video.